What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling? Welcome back to another episode of
The Inner Circle.
Alright, so I kind of want to kick this episode off with something a little different. So I want to introduce this new type of segment to the show called like a vibe check. So it's kind of just a way for us as co-hosts just to, since we go through our weeks, apart and stuff like that, just kind of get the energy right and kind of just check in with one another. So each week I'm going to try to do something different, either play a game or post some type of question to kind of get the energy right. But today I want to try a game called Who Said That? So yes, so I brought with me today just a few quotes. So I'm just gonna read those quotes, and either they're gonna come with like a list of people who could possibly said it, or it's just gonna be like an open-ended thing where y'all can kind of guess like who might have said that. So I'm gonna start us off with an easy one at first.
Wait, do we like buzz in, hit the table? Like, how
do
do
we
know it?
How y'all want to do it? Do y'all just want to do like in order, or do y'all want to do like, okay?
Shout it out.
Shout it out.
Okay, for sure. All right, so the first one is, okay, y'all gotta wait till I finish the quote too, because some quote's kind of long. Okay, well, the first quote is, okay, so quote, crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack.
Okay, Milo one.
I make too much money
I
to
make too
smoke
much
crack.
to ever smoke crack. All right, words to Whitney, rest in peace. Okay. All right, the next quote is, bitch, shut your poor ass mouth. All right, so this one, so I got a list for this one. So it could either be A, Pero Giovanni,
Oh, shit.
B, Big Queez, or 3, Doughboy Rock.
Oh, that's a trick question because I feel like they all said it. I feel like they all
Gianna.
said it. Huh?
Gianna would know.
I would say Doughboy Rock. I feel like it was him.
Okay.
But take payroll.
I don't know if
Cash
Pedro
Kid.
said that.
Cash Kid went on there, but Cash Kid said that.
Okay. What about you, DJ?
I don't know.
All right, so the answer is Pero Giovanni, because he does have a song that's called "Shut Your Poor Ass Mouth," and he sings the hook on it. Now, Doughboy Rock is in the song, but he's the one that says that lyric. So y'all did good.
I say Cash Kid because that's where I got it from. So,
All right, I got two more. All right, so quote: "This is for Rachel, you big fat white." Why you put me off the motherfucking schedule with your type of dirty work?
Rachel, come get on my schedule. I got you for a couple hours.
Yes, so is it okay? So do y'all think it was a shocked employee who just lost their job without proper notice, or do y'all think it was a hard-working employee who just trying to secure the bag and get her hours?
Hard-working, and Rachel, that big fat white ugly bitch, got it shot away. Wait, did y'all hear that? Like, okay, there's this rumor going around that she tried to kill Rachel, and she's actually in prison right now, and Rachel survived.
In prison?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know if it's true.
So how the fuck she get in prison
I don't know if
like
that's true. It's just a little rumor that I heard on TikTok. You know,
No,
my
TikTok.
TikTok.
I remember I seen this one to go there. He was talking about like the the Krabby Patty secret formula. And it was crab meat, and that's why Mr. Krabs is the only crab in bikini bottle. I'm like that.
Oh.
He be cooking crabs and putting them in his
Oh.
Yeah, he said like
The restaurant's like a crab trap.
It's like a crab like that you use to catch crab.
Yeah,
Every
like,
menu item is like Krabby Patty, Krabby like fries or something like that. Like everything got crab. Like
Wow.
no, they said everything
Oh.
is made out like what it's called. That's what it's made out of. So kelp fries is made out of kelp, and then like something else is so Krabby Patties is made out of crab. All right, okay, this is the last one. All right, so quote: "Told that little bitch stop clout chasing. Told that little bitch that I am not basic.
Hey.
Pull up on that bitch and put them hands on her. Do do do. If she keep fucking, I
Live on the road. What just happened?
Just fell out of his chair.
No.
We can't talk
They're
about that.
gonna be like, what's going on over there? What's happening on the
It's a little
podcast?
hot. You hot?
I have to go take off that robe.
Okay, so I'm not
God.
the one that's
No. I'm finna go turn the heat down.
I done fell out the fucking. Okay, JT of the City Girl said, "Look, we on." She said that. Look, she said that. Oh shit. Oh fuck him. All right. Well, that was the first vibe check. You know what I'm saying? So that was what I want to do. You know, to just like get the shows introduced, and of course, like I'm gonna try to come up with different games as well, just kind of like get us, you know, more acclimated. Just like I don't know, just bring up the mood. You know what I'm saying? So how y'all feel about that one?
I was good. That really pumped us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, good as fuck.
Shit, I'm trying to stop smiling.
Okay.
All right, so first, before we get into the topic first we get into what we want to talk about in today's show. Like, how were y'all weeks? Like, how's it been? Like, I know for me, like, it's kind of been hard for me just like jumping back into like my work routine. You know, like we've been off for a couple weeks with like all the holidays and stuff like that, and it's been something.
I feel like I've been on all trash this week. Like my work schedule, I've been off week. I'm so serious. I've been off school for like 2 weeks, and my schedule, like I go to sleep at like fucking 5 in the morning. Got to get up at 6.
What you doing until 5 in the morning?
Right. All right. Real question.
Which next question?
Okay, we keep
Okay.
No, it was just like really long. Like obviously, I was off work for 2 weeks, and it was just like a lot of business stuff that had to be done. Then I feel like kids like they got out of the habit of learning how to follow instructions. Like they've been at home sleeping in, doing what they want to do. It was just a little wild week, but Monday is coming soon.
Yeah. This week has been a lot for me too. A lot in a good way. So I started my first week of my last spring semester. So last day of undergrad, and yeah.
How you feel about that?
I'm excited. I'm excited for May.
That's gonna be right there.
It's gonna go by so quick.
Yeah. That's what I'm on.
Okay, I feel it. All right, so just to give the listeners just a little like background. So like when we met up to like record today, like I don't know, like we were just in the mood to just like talk about something controversial. Just talk about something that was just like on our minds, and we just felt like we just all had a lot to say about this topic. And it's like when we started, because Mila low-key is the one that brought it up. She's low-key the one that brought it up.
Release the culprit.
So what's up, Mila? What?
Oh, okay. All right. So the topic of today is wholeness. It is wholeness. So basically, I think I want to start this off with the question. Well, it's going to be like, what is wholeness to you? You know, how many bodies is too many bodies? We're just going to be having that type of conversation. Okay. So the first thing that I want to ask is, what is wholeness to you? Is there such thing as being a hoe? Can a person be a hoe? What do they have to do to become a hoe?
Most definitely.
Definitely can be a hoe.
When do you reach wholeness levels?
You could be a hoe ass nigga, hoe ass bitch.
Ooh.
You could be a hoe ass motherfucker. Like you could be a hoe.
Let's get into it. So, okay, so what's your definition of a hoe? Do y'all have like a textbook definition that y'all go off of when you're like, okay, so that's a hoe?
No, I think for me, hoe is based off action.
Yes. Okay, I was just thinking that.
It's a situational thing for you. Okay.
Yes. Because, okay, and this was what we were talking about earlier. So, a person, you can fuck as many people as you want, do your thing. But when it's rooted in insecurity in yourself, if it's rooted in a lack of knowing who you are, and you're doing it just because you feel like people are validating you, and you just fucking to be fucking, you're not being smart about it, you're not using protection, then that's when you reach a level of wholeness. But it's kind of sad because you a hoe because you don't love yourself.
That's deep as fuck.
I feel like
That's deep as fuck.
It is.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like when I think of like, because like you said, do what you want to do. I'm not judging you, but I feel like because you be attracted to people, so like, if you attracted to somebody, you want to do something with somebody, you do it. But if you just do it with anybody that want to do it with you, anybody that walk up to you and look at you as a suspect, okay, let me knock you off. You know what I'm saying? Let me add you to the collection. At that point, in my book, you kind of don't have no values for yourself. You kind of don't have no morals around who you have sex with, who you exchange and all that kind of energy with. So it's kind of just like.
And to add on to that, like, what are your standards? See, you become a hoe. In my opinion, the ultimate level of wholeness is when, and this is what we talked about earlier, you fucking your friends' people. Like when you fucking, if you fucking anybody, and I mean anybody can get it, even somebody that like you close to, they nigga, they bitch, whatever. And that's when not only is you a hoe, but you about to get your ass whooped.
You better get your ass
straight like
friend.
that.
Like, yeah.
That go back to what Terran said. You can be a hoe ass nigga. You can be a hoe. Because
that's
not just being a hoe. That you are a hoe as something.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's different levels to it. So I feel like you could be a hoe as far as like sexual promiscuity, but I feel like that could be like a liberating term as well. Like sexual promiscuity, like being with who you want to be with, and like what type of connection that you want to have with that person. That's cool. But like y'all was saying, when you going around with like no morals or no guidelines or no like without your personal rule book, then that's kind of nasty, and that gets kind of crazy. Especially, like, I feel like you will start teetering and tottering into, like, a different level of wholeness, which is, like, betrayal. Like, it's some whole shit to be out here just fucking around with anybody, but then, like, that's a different level of wholeness if you fucking around on your friend, you fucking around on your family. Ooh. Like, that's some whole shit. Like, in general, that's just some general whole shit right there. So.
And then I'm going to lead us with Tamara, but then I got another question. I got a good question.
Okay, so
I
would more so go with like what Taran was saying, because with sexual promiscuity, I never really encountered nobody that was a hoe, or what I have a picture of what a hoe looks like. I would say it's down to your actions and what it's down to your actions.
I know some hoes.
You say you know some. It's down to your actions and the things you do. It'll take a lot for me to call somebody a hoe ass nigga or a hoe ass bitch. At that point, you probably the scum of the
That's
earth.
like a person. Yeah, that's like your whole energy, like your vibe, your personality. Like that's not a good thing. Like that goes beyond.
You just
your
a fucked up individual,
right? At that point.
All right, so I think my next one is it's a scenario, and it could be for the men. It could be just for the men. I don't know. Okay, so. Let's say you're talking to this girl, you vibing with her, you feeling her, and you think she the one. And you just like, you know what, I want to bring her around the homies. And you do, and you find out she done fucked a few niggas in the friend group. Mm-hmm. Would that change your view of her?
First thing is it depends on when. The very first thing, in my opinion, is when did you fuck so-and-so? Because you fucked so-and-so before I knew so-and-so. Can I really fault you for that? Because who's to say I didn't fuck one of your friends before your friend knew
But
you?
it ain't just so-and-so. It's so-and-so, and then it's so-and-so, and then it's so-and-so. Look, so it's different, and it's like different time gaps.
Yeah, I'm going to say, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to just say yes, because when me and Taran went to Mexico, we knew a person who had something on top of something on top of something with this person on top of that person on top of that person. And my first thing was, she's a hoe. That was the first thing I said. She's a hoe.
Really?
She's a hoe.
But you don't know the circumstances, though.
I know how long I was out of the country.
Right. That was interesting. That was like an extreme circumstance. Like your situation times 10. Like it wasn't.
Yeah. Wait, no, not my wholeness.
No.
The scenario that you posted about like somebody being with your homies and you trying to get with them. Like it wasn't like much time. It was like in this trip. Like
Not like, oh, we met this person, found out that this had happened. Like, we all went here, and then this happened.
But how can you say that though? You say in the same breath someone can fuck who they want to fuck, but then in the same breath they can't. So that's a little bit hypocritical.
With that, I would say that's by calling them a hoe. It's not like you saying that they can't do that. It's just like, yeah, you doing it, but you a hoe. You still gonna do what you want to do, but you still a hoe.
I mean, by all means, do you now? I just still feel like you a hoe.
But I don't know if I would define because like with the original like scenario, like you know you with somebody and you found out that they've been with a couple of your friends. I don't know if you would necessarily like they would be labeled a hoe in that circumstance, just depending on like what was the circumstances that led to all those. But I'm not the type of person to like broad these situations and like put nobody on trial or put somebody up there like that and just like expect like a detailed roster of like everybody that they done and like all this other stuff.
What about this though? What if like you bring this girl around and you fucking with her, like you fucking with the vibe, you fucking with the conversation, her look boo boo, and your bros look at you like, my man, she a hoe. how would you handle like how would you handle if your man's coming there like, bro, what is you doing? But you fucking with this girl, like you might even be in love with her.
Oh.
At that point, I feel like people change, like, and I feel like the person that look, listen, hear me out. The person that you was with, maybe she was when you was with her, but she with me now. You know, like we have a certain standard over here. We doing certain.
I did not concur.
We doing certain things, and I just feel like I just don't feel like it's that person's place to do that. Because if you in a committed relationship, are you like doing that? Then I feel like it'd be different if you feel like you really didn't know this person, they're capable of some shit that you didn't think they were capable of. But if you know them pretty well, and like y'all just rocking, it's just y'all two, like what does they past like matter in that instance, especially if it really is the past.
I only say that I've always thought that whatever I'm not saying you can't change. You can. Motherfuckers change every motherfucking minute, flip flop 1 minute to the next. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got that, can do that. But I feel like who you were before is always a part of shaping who you are now, who you becoming. I feel like you kind of can't escape that. I feel like, yeah, I'm not the same no more. Yeah, that was, I was on some other shit back then. I don't know what I was thinking, but I kind of feel like you can't just, you can't cut it off. You know what I'm saying? You can't cut off parts of your life. It ain't like you went from age 3 to age 7 to 13 to 22. You can't just cut the shit off in between that you don't like.
Right.
And I feel like for me, in particular, I don't hang with a whole lot of people. So of the people that I do hang with, I feel like I trust them enough. I trust them enough to entertain the idea. I don't feel like nobody, unless it's just on some pure evil shit, I don't feel like nobody just gonna hit me with that like, hey bro, you might want to slow down on that. You might want to do your research on that box. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm gonna have to. But it's like then. But if you really feeling it, like how do you approach the girl? Like how do you make her like? Because if you telling her, I like you. We kicking it. We like, we could do something. And then somebody else come tell you something. You like, oh, did you really even like her? Do you really even got a feeling for her? So I'm kind of mixed on that. But for the most part, I'm probably rocking with like if Terran come to me and be like, DJ.
Because it's Terran saying it.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Okay, all right. What about you, Tamara?
I would say the same. Like I don't run with too many people. So if one of them was to come up to me and be like, "Yeah, you should look into that," of course I'm gonna be like, "Okay," but I trust them. I do.
Okay, I just think it's funny because I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it was like Portia was in a similar. I don't know if y'all watch it, but Portia was in a similar situation with Candy. So like basically, Portia was like had this dude that she was fucking with for like a couple months, and like she was really fucking with this nigga, and then she finally tell Candy, and Candy looking like like this nigga don't fuck with a couple people. I know, not one, but 2, 3, 4. Got tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
She was like, ooh.
Okay, yes, got people's names tattooed on it.
And like, she didn't know how to bring it to Portia. She was like, is this something that I should tell her? And it's like, because like, how will she receive it? Like, how will she take it? And when she told her she didn't take it very well, she was like, that's none of your business. Like, I don't really care. Like, it's what we have. So like, she was very like on the defensive about it too.
I feel like it's my duty as your friend to let you know.
I feel like I'm a whole ass
you
person.
Take that shit how you want to take it. You can be mad at me afterwards, but hey, you gotta respect it. Like,
definitely. I
gotta let you know. I'm gonna tell my girls regardless, even if that shit hurt them. I got to.
If I saw a cup sitting somewhere and I saw somebody drop some shit in the cup and I see my friend getting ready to go take a big ass swallow out the cup, I'm hey, get you some other shit.
Exactly.
Like,
and I'm gonna tell you what's in the bitch. You trying to have a good time? All right, do you? But
it's something for y'all to be together and somebody come tell me something and then I come report it. That's one thing. But for me to know something,
right?
I feel like it's a difference in like a rumor and like a caution sign, like slow, reel it back in.
Yeah, I would want my friends to tell me and then let me do what I want with the information they give me, because I think that they would trust me enough to know like, okay, let her know and she gonna do what she want to do with the information, but let me know. Don't be hiding it from me.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so my next one. Oh, DJ, did you want to go with your question?
No.
All right, my next one. I'm just coming up with the ideas. So did you have a whole face? Did you have a whole face? And if so, what did that whole face look like for you? I'm going to start off with you, Tamara. I like that reaction. What was your whole face for you?
I haven't had one.
Okay.
Oh.
Right.
I haven't had one. And I used to, like, maybe like a year and a half ago, I was like, ooh, I want to have one, see what it feel like, different stuff like that. But I don't know.
Do y'all like what? Okay, what is a whole phase like?
It's whatever it is to you. When you just felt like, all right, I was wilding a little bit. Like that's your whole phase.
I haven't had one, man. I don't know. What about y'all? What about you, Taran?
I wouldn't say that I mean, I guess maybe if you were like to look at my whole situation, maybe I guess I had like a little mini one, but nowhere near as like big as like maybe I dream about, or like maybe like I would just be like, yeah, like I had my whole face, like I'm good, like. I definitely feel like it could have went bigger, could have went better. I just feel like I was in a situation because I feel like the communication was always there. Like I feel like I was never like anything about like leading anybody on or just like doing anything like that. But like it's been a couple of times where like I've just had sex with people and it hasn't just been, excuse me, it just hasn't. I don't want anything from that person other than that, like just that, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. I would say,
talk to us.
I wouldn't say that I had a whole phase necessarily, but I called this my whole phase because the bitch was fooling. But if you call it something, I would say it was like my heartbreak phase. Like I was just like breaking hearts. Like it was like it was just like a real playerish time for me. I'm not gonna say when. But yeah, so it would be like I would just like go on dates with people that I didn't really like, and like people would like catch feelings and like fall for me. But people would fall for the idea of me. They wouldn't really fall in love with me because they didn't know me well enough. And I was just like knowing that I didn't want anything from this person, knowing that I'm the type of person, I'm not gonna hold y'all down. I just want the head, and then you can go about your day. And so I would get the head, and I'd be like, all right, either it was trash, I ain't coming back, or it was good, I'll see you next time, I'll text you, wait for my call. So,
wait for my call.
Okay, wait for my call.
I think I had one of those type situations. I mean, and then, I was just like serial dating.
Serial dating.
I would call that my whole phase.
I don't think I never had a whole phase. I ain't never been like that. Like I feel like when I don't know. I feel like when you in college, everybody got like this. It's just kind of like not whatever, but it's just like it's what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like you match up with this person, you match up with that person. Stuff happens. You fuck around and forget about it, then see a motherfucker like, oh shit. Like how we were just sitting up here, you know what I'm saying?
Like damn. Yeah. I didn't I?
Yeah.
You definitely be out, you be avoiding niggas, like just like all just like ducking, like friends don't even know.
Yeah. Gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Onlys. All right, and then I think does anybody else have anything to say about that before I move on to my next one?
I just want to say, just to get it out, like, I just feel like whole phases are, like, I feel like they can be really, really fun, really, really exciting. I just feel like the more you know about yourself, the more successful a whole phase can be. Yeah. Because it's like, you go in with specific intentions, and it's like, you're not trying to get caught up in just like, you ain't trying to get your heart broken. Like, you know what you're here for. It's just like a good, fun time. And it's just like, I don't know. It's good.
Liberating.
It's liberating.
I was just about to say that. I think whole phases are very liberating because that's the time where, like, you are living your best life. Like, you always calling everybody with a story like, bitch.
Yeah.
Guess what the fuck just happened? Like, I feel like that. But I also feel like, why are you having this whole phase? So I have my
why
phone.
not? You're gonna be old at a point.
No, I'm saying like, what was the cause of your whole phase? Like, what started? Because mine started from a breakup. So like, the beginning of my whole phase was a little like me trying to get over that person. So I would just like go out. Right, I would just go out to like mask that pain. But then once I got over it, then my whole phase just became, all right, I'm about to just have a good time. So why are you having your whole phase? Are you ready for your whole phase? Can you handle
your You know what one of the things about it I feel like is it's like the level of honesty that a person can have. Like not getting deep. People be lying to people, leading people on, trying to act like they started something like, oh, I like you. I feel like when I got to college, that's when I really learned like as much as like as a guy, as much as I wanted, she wanted too. So it's just like if you just be open with somebody, if you just honest with somebody about what you're trying to be on, not like oh yeah, I've been seeing you, and you know, I've been like, yeah, that's gonna be my girl. We gonna do this. It'll just be like, hey, I saw you, and I don't know what you on, but I'm trying to be on this.
Yeah, right.
So
I feel like with as many people as out here, it's no reason for anybody to like. I mean, everybody has their different type of game. Like everybody spit game different, but I feel like there's no reason for you to be out here manipulating people. In order to get ahead. Like I feel like you should give everybody the opportunities to make an informed decision. You know, based on the facts that you lay out. I don't feel like you should be like, catering to somebody because you know they want something that you ain't gonna give them, but you pretended like you about to give it.
It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam.
You dreams, okay?
You getting somebody feelings and heartstrings invested just so you can pop and then you out of there.
So I will say that I am guilty.
Oh, my
Oh goodness. I'm working on myself. I don't do that anymore. But in my whole phase, I was like, I just wouldn't tell people. I have a hard time telling people, yeah, I just want to fuck with you and that's it. Because if you see how much somebody likes you, it's really hard for you to tell them that. Like, I try to do like the fallback thing, which doesn't always work because they're like, oh, I thought we were building that. And it's not like I would say anything that would make them think that we were building towards something, but it's what I don't say that makes them think, that
your
it's something
silence
more.
Is loud.
Yeah, that makes them think that it's something more than what it is. And so that would cause a lot of me being called a lot of bitches and hoes and fucking bitches at the end.
You're fucking with some rough motherfuckers. I wouldn't tell nobody that. I ain't that mad.
I was like, ooh, let me block you. Yeah, but that was back in my whole phase. I have grown a lot since then. I don't do that anymore because that was very manipulative. It wasn't a good trait to have.
You know what? I got a question. You always heard the statement, it's more so about women than men, but it was that, you're a woman, you got a pussy, you should never be broke, right? Mm-hmm. So, women who have sex for money, does that make you a hoe?
Oh. I would say no.
Okay.
Not straight off the bat, no. It doesn't. I feel like if you, let's say, okay, so like, okay, we having sex, I want money. Okay. But it's like, you having sex with somebody, ooh, we go out to dinner, we do this, we do different things like that. It's disguised as something different, but you just getting straight to the point. You want money, that's what you get. You don't want the dates. You don't want the other little frilly stuff. Why that person gotta be a hoe?
I agree.
Mine is a double standard. I think if that's your form of income. Like, are you getting W-2s for this? Because if that is like your form of income, I would say, yeah, that's a bit hoish to me. You a hoe. You a prostitute.
Oh, but
I mean, I just, like, I feel like, and then, like, who are you, and then that goes back into who are you fucking? Do you got this one sugar daddy that's 78 and, you suck his dick, fuck him from time to time, he throw you like $1,000. Okay, that's one person. Or, like, are you fucking people that's clean? Are you just fucking anybody for the right price? Like, then that's when that leads into a hoe. All right, $40.
$40?
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Everybody does $40.
That's what I heard too.
$40 is a penny you can fuck without a condom. Like, do you have a price list, my guy?
Okay, yeah. Do you got a menu?
Right. Do you have a menu?
Do you have a menu? What's the special this week?
Exactly. And that makes you a hoe. But if you have niggas that are like willing to give to you in order for, while y'all are fucking, then no, I feel like, do you collect the bag?
I have a question. Do y'all feel like with being a hoe and like holding this, do y'all feel like it's like a either you this or you not, or is it like more of like a scale? Like, is it more so just like you on one and you just go like not a hoe, not a hoe, not a hoe, not a hoe. Like, you a hoe, right? Or just like shades.
I could have saw that. Not a hoe, not a hoe, not a hoe.
What do y'all think? Is it just like anything that can tip the scale? Either like either you over the fence, like a fence, like you on this side or the other side, or is it just like can you like more easily like flow through wholeness? Like are there different? Is it like is it like an intensity like that?
I feel like your wholeness resets.
We should low key we should come up with like some type of like chart or some type of quiz.
A whole scale.
Yes, a whole scale.
Oh, we could do that for the next episode. That'd be great.
Yeah.
So okay, I feel like your wholeness. I don't know about the whole flow. I think it does flow, but I also think it resets. So if you move to a different state, you're no longer a hoe. Nobody knows who
Oh,
you are.
okay.
You're no longer a hoe. You
have to
left
agree.
that back there. But if you go back, then boom, you're a hoe as soon as you step into that border because you know those people again.
You know them motherfuckers.
But it resets. It resets. Or are you fucking with like?
I feel like it's time too, though.
Yes, exactly.
I know some motherfuckers that I went to high school with that was hoes, and now they seem like great parents and like average people, and probably like they don't be doing all of that no more. And then there's some people who I was in high school and I was like, wow, they're gonna be like bored as hell all their life because they don't ever do shit. Now I'll be hearing and seeing shit. I'm like, what the fuck? That's you?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. So
I definitely do. I feel like our age definitely does play a part into it. Just like us, just like, you know, being conditioned a certain way, just growing up, and just like us finally being able to go out on our own, just like be able to interact and mingle with different people from different backgrounds, and just it might ignite something in us, you know.
yeah.
We just want to get out there, try some things.
Because we 22, 23. I feel like in 5 years, everybody that we mess with in college is not going to be an effect on who we mess with at that time.
exactly.
If I meet somebody in 5 years, I don't feel like it's going to be like, oh yeah, when I was in college, I did this with, you know, it's like you was in college.
So that's my question. What, with like your partners and stuff, how much do you feel like you have to tell them about your history, like period? Do you feel like you tell them everything, just what you want to tell them, or like what?
Hell no, I ain't gotta tell them nothing if I don't want to.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I feel like now if we're having a conversation like, oh, have you ever had a threesome? Have you ever done it outside? Da da da. Then I would probably tell them if we're asking each other. But I'm not just about to be interrogated. What's your body count? That's childish.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you care?
Okay. That's great. That's because does the body count matter?
I don't.
Does it matter? Does it
For
matter?
me, it does.
For me, it doesn't.
It does.
What's too high of a body count and why?
It's crazy because I don't have a number, but I feel like it does. Also, the reason, you know, like let's say, like we was talking about like a whole phase. If you was having that phase and you racked up all these different people you was messing with, yeah. And it also goes with like knowledge about stuff. Like, are you, sexually healthy?
That's
Have
the
you,
thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's the really big
and
thing.
then that would be one of the main things for me. But number, I don't really have one.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a specific
It could be
number.
in the double digits, but I would still be like, okay, that's fine. But I don't know, it's just something.
It's definitely like sexual wellness. Like, how are you? Like, are you using protection? Like, have you caught a STD before, STI? Like,
right.
But I think you can ask somebody those questions without asking their body count. I don't think that body count matters. Now, what I will ask you, are you using protection? Are you clean? I would ask that. Let's get tested. Have you ever had anything? But I don't think you have to ask somebody's body count, or their body count matters in that thing, because you can have somebody who's only had sex with 3 people and they call for something from that second. Like, and I also feel like I don't care about who was before me. Like, I'm that bitch. They're not me. Like, I don't care how many people you fucked.
If you good and the job gets done.
Exactly. I don't care about that. That does not matter to me. Then naturally, if it's a guy, I expect their body counts to be high.
But so that's perfect, because
that's
I was
double
just about to
standard.
say, like, that really saddens me, like, of like the hypermasculinity thing. Like, it's like body counts like equating to like, maybe like manhood, or just like how big of a man you are. Like, I had some of my students like ask, I was at the basketball game last night. They're like, Mr. Davis, how many bodies you got? Like, I know you. Like, no, he 20 something. He got to have at least 10. I'm like, what is y'all talking about, bro?
Yeah.
What is going on here? So I don't know. That's just something though.
Come to think about it now, I really can't think of a number. But I wouldn't ask nobody. If it come up in conversation, okay, that's fine. But like,
I feel like you hear a lot of conversation about like the body count don't matter. It's all about, if somebody's sexually healthy, like, if they taking care of themselves. But on how many occasions do you sit down with somebody and be like, yeah, you got your papers?
Okay.
How many occasions do you sit with somebody and say, like, okay, so you said let's go get tested. How many times have you
actually
been with somebody and said, and let's go get tested? How many?
I have a story.
Because I don't know. I guess I just feel like that's not, I don't know.
Okay, I feel like and we should be better about this, but I feel like I check the vibe of that person, and that depends on whether I ask them. Do I have like do I get like a feeling from you? Like, what am I catching from you? And then I'll ask. But I do have a story. I was talking to this guy, and he was older. He was like 38 years old. Don't judge your mama, whatever.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I met him at this networking event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was there.
Right. But it's clicking.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and blue suit. And, I was talking to this guy, and I don't know. Like, I just felt like, you know, I wanted to know if he was clean. And, you know, it was something that I've asked before with other guys, but I told him, like, you know, I asked him to see his papers, and I said that, you know, I want to know if you're clean, like, we can get tested together, whatever you want to do, but I'm not doing anything with you until I know you're clean. And he got very fucking offended. Like, very offended. He was like... Exactly. He was like, do you ask everybody that? I'm sure you don't ask everybody that. Why are you asking me? I mean, what do you mean? Why do you think I would have something? Like, very offended. And he never showed me anything.
And it never happened.
And still tried to, like, he would still try to, like, have it lead into something. But he never showed me. And I was like, fuck that, no.
Exactly.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so he probably had something.
More than likely. More than likely.
He probably never been tested in his life.
Because I feel like, even if somebody asks me, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I respect people when they ask, well, if they were asking me, I would get offended, honestly.
Oh, double standard.
Right, so
no, but I wouldn't say that I'm offended, but it would still be in my head like, ooh, you think you're like, what you think
this
about me?
This person really thought that
but I would still go through with it because that's the mature way to handle the situation. But I'm human. I'm not going to sit here and say I wouldn't think like, oh, damn, they think I'd be out here.
But then I think again, like, it comes from, like, normalizing those types of conversations because it's not necessarily, like, an attack on that person that you're asking. It's more so, like, protection for yourself. Like, I don't want to be out here just, like, you know, in harm's way. So it's like, let me just cover all my bases, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And I've had those conversations, and I had those conversations be held with me. And although I thought in the back of my head, like, damn, do they think I'm a hoe? It was still like, you know what, that's smart. Let's do that. I appreciate that you took that step forward because, honestly, I wasn't even thinking. So it's respected.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want our listeners to be engaging in these types of conversations with their circles and with their friends groups. So y'all, please just like pose these types of questions to y'all friends and just see what type of responses y'all get, like about like what does it mean to be a hoe, like, you know, the definition of that. Maybe you talk about some of y'all experiences too, especially for our college students out there or those who have been to college and had that experience, you know, especially being with so many people around you. So yeah, I'm excited to work on this whole chart though. Like,
me too.
All right. Anything else y'all want to end on?
Until then.
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Bye.
Peace out.